What's going on YouTube? Ferocity here. I hope you guys are doing well. Call of Duty just dropped all of the information regarding their Season 4 Reloaded update that is coming tomorrow for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone. And this is a very interesting update. It was to be expected. We normally get these mid-season updates to Call of Duty, but we were not expecting the type of update that we're getting for this Season 4 Reloaded. We have some new content, but we also have a massive tie-in that we have to talk about. So let's cover first all of the content that we're getting with this update, and then we'll talk about the tie-in. And then we might have a little bit of time for some ranting at the end, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is another complete and utter miss by Call of Duty. But anyways, let's talk about what's new in this update first, and we'll start with Warzone. Warzone players, you're getting a brand new map called Vondel. And with this brand new map, you're also getting a brand new Gulag. So that's kind of cool. Alongside this new map, you're also getting a public event called Return of Occupation Scan, and there's a brand new field upgrade called the Portable Redeploy Drone. That's it. That's what Warzone gets in this mid-season update. Remember, this is the third last update that Modern Warfare 2 is ever going to have, and this is the third last update Warzone's going to get until sometime in November. So just keep that in mind here when you understand how underwhelming this is for the Call of Duty community. Now moving over into the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, there's a brand new multiplayer map called the Vondel Waterfront. It is a 6v6 map. That's it. That's all Modern Warfare 2 is getting. I guess they're getting the raid finale for those of you that are playing the raid. I mean, that's something to get excited about, but that's all that multiplayer gets. But don't worry, you're also getting weapons, operators, and more. By weapons, they mean one singular weapon. You're getting a brand new shotgun, the MK Guardian, and there's a new operator coming to the game. You can't earn this operator by playing in game, though. No, heavens no. Why would you be able to do that? No, you have to buy this operator. Now, if we go through what's new here, we're getting a new Warzone map and Gulag, a weird public event and a new field upgrade, one multiplayer map, raid finale, one weapon, and an operator that you're most likely going to have to buy. That's like 8 things, and that's it, that you're getting in this Season 4 Reloaded. So they barely added any new things to this game. But don't worry, though. They're adding a ton of new bundles. They're adding more opportunities for you to spend your money in this game, even though there's no reason to continue to play it. There's no incentive, like I talked about in a few videos. But I'll be honest, I understand it's extremely easy to churn out bundle after bundle after bundle, and it's a lot more difficult to make brand new multiplayer maps, to make massive changes to Warzone or to multiplayer. I get that. It also takes a ton of work to overhaul the UI halfway through the year's life cycle. I understand all these things. But from the get-go, ever since Season 1 launched, it's never been good enough. These updates have never been good enough, and it's always so blatantly transparent that this franchise has been steered in a direction that is all about monetizing every single aspect of the game to the point where the game is not fun to play because there's not enough content unless you're in the store. Because there's a ton of content in the store, but there's no actual content in the game. There's no depth to the game whatsoever. But if you're watching this video, you probably already knew that. You know my opinion when it comes to Call of Duty and its content or lack thereof. This is nothing new. We've been experiencing it for the last few years now, and nothing's changing. But of course, we still have one more thing to talk about when it comes to this update. There is a massive tie-in to a franchise outside of Call of Duty for Season 4 Reloaded. And that is, of course, from the Amazon Prime television show, The Boys. Pretty neat when you think about it in reality that Call of Duty would ever be able to work a tie-in like this out. But it just does not match the aesthetic of Call of Duty in any way, shape, or form. Doesn't match the gameplay, doesn't match the flow of the game whatsoever. It just appears that Call of Duty wanted to cash in any way it could and looked to any franchise that would be willing to work with them. And for whatever reason, The Boys was the one they landed on. They probably tried 100 different options, and this was what they decided to go with in the end. Now, I will be honest. They are bringing in special camo challenges for this event. There's going to be a brand new field upgrade for Warzone. Warzone's also getting some map theme updates to match The Boys' aesthetic. And we're also getting operator bundles, which of course we are. Why wouldn't we? But to not have a map that is synonymous with just the boys to be in multiplayer, that would have been a cool tie-in. That would have been something different. Nope, we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to do the bare minimum and reap all the rewards because that's what they care about. This is the only thing that matters to Call of Duty is limited amount of effort for maximum profit. And it sounds good in reality, but when it's put into practice, you get a half-assed game like Modern Warfare 2. You get a community that is revolting against you. A community with a vocal minority right now that is actively boycotting your projects. You just alienated so many people this year, Call of Duty, Activision, Infinity Ward. You've never once decided to maybe change course, adapt, change, and grow. No, instead you stayed your course. You decided to release less and less content. And then you decided to finish the blow off with a tie-in that does not work within the Call of Duty franchise. You decided superheroes and War Simulator were synonymous. What a joke. What a legitimate and literal joke you have become. But maybe this is all by design. Maybe this is what Call of Duty wants to become. They want to become a game that can get these major tie-ins just like one of their major competitors does. Let's look at Fortnite and see what they do on a regular basis. They're constantly working with IPs and getting their permission to utilize their biggest stars as skins in their game. There's so many members of the Avengers in Fortnite. There's Jedi in Fortnite. Goku and Vegeta are in Fortnite. These are massive IPs that Fortnite has had the benefit of working with. So what is Call of Duty's answer? Let's bring in the boys as the first test brand to work with. This is all part of the plan. They're seeing how far they can push this community with the tie-ins that they find and that they choose to partner with to see if it's going to work with the aesthetic of Call of Duty, see if the community will allow it, because it won't be long until they start trying to seek out bigger partnerships for bigger tie-ins so that they can benefit from more of your money. Whereas the tie-ins work a little bit better with the aesthetic of Fortnite because anything goes in that, Call of Duty has a much more restrictive aesthetic, and unfortunately, the boys doesn't necessarily fit it, and that's my main argument here. I'm not mad that they're doing it. I'm mad that they're moving so far away from their aesthetic, but that's what they've been doing. Hell, there's wolves in Call of Duty now, for crying out loud. This franchise doesn't know what they are. They have zero identity. So they're trying to figure out whatever works, and they're going to stick with it for their model to monetize moving forward. So, I hope this fails. I hope people don't buy the boys bundle, but they're going to. It's going to be massively successful. I know it is, because I've seen how the other bundles perform for Call of Duty. And they all perform well, because Call of Duty has a very dedicated casual fan base that loves to spend money on Call of Duty. They love it. And unfortunately, that's what Call of Duty is trying to cater the game to. And they're going to eat up these new bundles just as much as they've been eating up the Wolf bundle, the Saber-Tooth Tiger bundle, the Shredder bundle. That's where Call of Duty's future is. And that's why I'm so sick of this franchise. Because it's no longer about implementing what's best for the game. It's about implementing what's best for the pockets of the biggest members of Activision. And this is the disappointing reality we now live in as Call of Duty fans, as people that want to see this franchise prosper and grow and evolve and transition into a new era. Unfortunately, the new era it's transitioning into is trying to become as close to Fortnite as it possibly can. And this is the first step towards it becoming more like Fortnite. The difference here, though, is that Fortnite is focused on trying to create the best game possible while also having their store to supplement that really hard game developing that they do over at Epic Games. Whereas Call of Duty is all about store first, game second. And we've seen it front and center here with what we're getting for Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2. That's what I'm going to leave you guys with today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.